Truth be told, Singapore is one of the richest cities in the world. But behind its intimidating skyline of glass towers and luxury malls lies another surprising truth. What if we told you that some of the most powerful fortunes influencing the city are not Singaporean at all? Shockingly, they belong to Malaysian women whose wealth, business empires, and influence are almost unbelievable as they stretch across industries. But who are these women quietly shaping Singapore's economy? Today, we explore the truth, uncovering the richest Malaysian woman that owns Singapore. Number 7. Gillian Tan Tsui Lyn. Here we come to one of the most influential Malaysian businesswomen and billionaires in Singapore. Gillian Tan Tsui Lyn is a remarkable woman who naturally commands attention wherever she goes. She comes from a powerful bloodline that many people in business circles recognize immediately. We are talking about the Tan family, which controls Tan Chong International Limited, a major automotive business that operates across Asia. The group has built a massive corporate presence and manages billions of dollars in assets across Singapore and several other countries in the region. The company's stake is estimated to be worth $166 billion, but that isn't all. Their annual revenue is also estimated to be about $12.7 billion, which already tells you something unique. Jillian was born into a world where wealth, influence, and responsibility were never far away. It becomes even more interesting when we look at her background. Jillian is the daughter of Tan Ang Soon, a key figure behind the Tan Chong Empire. Growing up in that kind of family meant she was surrounded by business thinking from the beginning. Strategy, leadership, and growth were not abstract ideas to her. They were part of her everyday environment. That early exposure gave her a deep understanding of what it means to carry a family legacy, but it also seems to have given her the confidence to build something of her own. That is what makes her story stand out. She did not simply stay within the comfort of inherited wealth. She stepped into real responsibility. Today, she serves as an executive director at Tan Chong International Limited, where she leads the corporate affairs department. In that role, she oversees stakeholder relationships, corporate communications, and the company's public engagement. In a large multinational group, that is not a decorative role. It means she is involved in the way the company presents itself, protects its reputation, and manages important relationships across markets. But Jillian's story becomes even stronger when you look beyond the family business. She also built a name for herself in media and entrepreneurship. She founded Monkey Superstar Pictures, a television production company that reflects her creative instincts and interest in storytelling. She then launched Click Network, which became Singapore's first successful independent online television channel. Under her leadership, the platform grew to more than 1 million subscribers and became a pioneer in Singapore's digital media space. That is an important achievement because it shows that she is not only a corporate executive, she is also a builder who understands how to create influence in new industries. Her experience extends beyond Asia as well. She worked in San Francisco with TBWA Worldwide and also spent time at the United States Federal Reserve. Those roles gave her international exposure and sharpened her understanding of communication, branding, and business systems. She also graduated with honors from Santa Clara University with a degree in communication, which fits naturally with the kind of career she has built. In 2025, she was appointed to the company's nomination committee, a sign that her voice matters in shaping the future of the group. Her achievements show a blend of legacy, self-made credibility, and immense wealth. But with such immense wealth comes great secrecy. While her personal net worth is not publicly detailed, she is clearly tied to a family empire worth billions. Her lifestyle reflects that world through luxury properties, elite business circles, and access to global hubs like Singapore. Yet what makes Jillian memorable is not just wealth. It is the way she combines family power with her own creative and executive identity. But Jillian is the only female powerhouse currently dominating Singapore. It's time for the next. Number 6. Kua Qui Kuang. Kua Qui Kuang happens to be the daughter of the richest man in Malaysia, with an estimated net worth of $14.2 billion, but there is far more to her than that. She is not just a woman born into wealth. She is a powerful business leader in her own right. a sharp executive, and one of the most influential women in Asia's luxury hospitality world. Born in Malaysia, she is the sixth of 8 children of billionaire tycoon Robert Kuok, the man who built one of Asia's most formidable business empires across commodities, logistics, property, media, and hospitality. From that empire came Shangri-La Asia, one of the most recognized luxury hotel brands in the world. Growing up in such a family meant she was exposed to global strategy and elite leadership from an early age, but she did not rely on family privilege alone. She studied East Asian studies at Harvard University and then built real experience in the corporate world. She worked as a financial analyst at JP Morgan Chase and later took on major executive roles in media. One of the clearest signs of her ability was her time as managing director and chief executive officer of the SCMP Group, publisher of the South China Morning Post. That role proved she was far more than an heiress. She was a serious corporate operator trusted with major institutions. Today, she stands at the top of Shangri-La Asia as chairman and group chief executive officer. After becoming chairman in 2017, she strengthened her hold on the business when she was appointed group CEO on August 1, 2025. That gave her unified control over one of the world's great luxury hospitality groups. Under her leadership, Shangri-La Asia manages more than 100 hotels worldwide and oversees about $13.2 billion in assets, including 81 owned hotel properties. That is enormous influence in one of the most prestigious sectors in global business. Her wealth is closely tied to this empire. She holds a 2.7% stake in Shangri-La Asia, amounting to about 95.57 million shares, and more than 5% in Carey Group. On top of that, she receives a monthly base salary of $576,000 plus bonuses and pension benefits. Her achievements have also earned her major recognition. She was ranked 40th on Fortune's 2024 list of the 100 most powerful women in Asia, a sign that her leadership is being recognized well beyond the family name. As of March 2026, she is widely seen as one of the most powerful businesswomen in Asia, especially in the global luxury hospitality sector. Yet her lifestyle is known for being private and refined rather than flashy. She is married to Brian Gaw, has 3 children, and is known for sustainable habits that reflect a more grounded view of luxury. That mix of discipline, wealth, and executive strength is what makes Kua Qui Kuang so compelling. Next is a female billionaire that commands attention wherever she goes. Number 5. Cristiana Ong. With a groundbreaking net worth of $1.7 billion, let's step into the world of one of the richest women in Singapore, known as the Queen of Bond Street. Born a Singaporean, but connected to Malaysian high society through marriage, Cristiana Ong stands as one of the most remarkable women in Asia's luxury business world. Her wealth flows from multiple powerful industries, including fashion, hospitality, real estate, and wellness. Over the decades, she has quietly built a business empire worth billions of dollars, while influencing both the Singaporean and global luxury markets. She is one of those women whose influence is felt far beyond headlines because her work helped shape how luxury is experienced across Asia and beyond. Her background explains a lot about where that instinct came from. Cristiana Ong was born in October 1947 into a wealthy business family in Singapore. Her father, Peter Fu Yun Siak, was a prominent oil trader and founder of Kua International. So from the beginning, she was surrounded by high-level business thinking and an environment where ambition was normal. But what makes her story truly powerful is that she did not settle for inherited comfort. She turned early privilege into a platform for building a global empire of her own. At just 24 years old, she founded Club 21 in 1972 as a small boutique in Singapore. That decision changed the region's fashion scene. Club 21 became a gateway for international luxury brands entering Asia. Through the business, Cristiana Ong introduced names such as Giorgio Armani, Balenciaga, and Dolce & Gabbana to the market. Over time, the company expanded across the region and became one of the biggest names in luxury retail. That alone would have been enough to secure her place in business history, but she did not stop there. In the early 90s, She moved into hospitality and opened Como, the Halkin, in London in 1991. That project laid the foundation for the Como Group, which would grow into a global hospitality and lifestyle empire. Today, the Como Group operates across more than 15 countries and includes luxury hotels, resorts, wellness centers under Como Shambhala, and premium food businesses such as Kulina and Supernature. Her businesses are known for combining elegance, wellness, and thoughtful design, which has become a signature of her brand. Cristiana Ong has also held important leadership roles beyond her own companies. She has served as chairman of the National Parks Board in Singapore and as an independent director for Singapore Airlines and Singtel. Those positions show the level of respect she commands in both the business and public sectors. Her work has also earned her notable recognition, including the Italian Fashion Hall of Fame Award in 1995 and Singapore's Meritorious Service Medal in 2013. When it comes to wealth, Cristiana Ong and her husband Ong Beng Seng have been estimated at around $1.7 billion. Their fortune is managed through a family office called Mojo Pte Ltd, which oversees their businesses, investments, and real estate holdings. Her luxury lifestyle is known for being refined rather than loud. She is private, understated, and deeply associated with elegance, quality, and thoughtful living. Through the Como Foundation, she also supports women's empowerment, education, and sustainable development. Cristiana Ong's story is the story of a woman who did far more than inherit privilege. She built a lasting empire and defined her own version of global luxury. It's time next billionaire. Number 4. Tan Hui Ling. Now we come to a tech genius, a money-making machine, and someone who Forbes recognizes as one of Asia's power businesswomen for 2019. There are very few Malaysian women in Singapore who are dominating the technology industry the way Tan Hui Ling has. With a net worth of over $300 million, her journey into technology and entrepreneurship has made her one of the most influential figures behind Southeast Asia's digital economy. Unlike some of the women on this list, her story is not built on a family empire. As a matter of fact, Tan Hui Ling was born to a humble background. Her wealth is built around solving real problems and scaling that solution across an entire region. Tan Hui Ling is the co-founder of Grab, one of Southeast Asia's biggest technology companies. Today, Grab operates in multiple countries and generates billions in annual revenue through ride-hailing, food delivery, digital payments, financial services, and logistics. For millions of people, Grab is not just an app, it is part of daily life. That is the scale of the empire she helped build. Her story begins in Malaysia, where she was born and raised in a family that valued education and discipline. From a young age, she stood out for her academic ability and her interest in solving practical problems. She later studied mechanical engineering at the University of Bath in the United Kingdom. After that, she worked in consulting, which gave her experience in business strategy and operations. But the turning point came when she enrolled at Harvard Business School. It was there that she met Anthony Tan. Together, they saw a major gap in Southeast Asia's transport system and developed the idea that would become Grab. The company began in 2012 as MyTaxi in Malaysia, with a mission to make transportation safer and more reliable. The idea quickly gained traction, and the business expanded across the region. In 2014, the headquarters moved to Singapore, and by 2016, the company had rebranded as Grab. As Chief Operating Officer, Tan Hui Ling played a major role in transforming the company from a ride-hailing service into a broad tech ecosystem. That is one of her biggest achievements. She helped guide Grab through growth into food delivery, digital finance, and logistics, making it one of the most important digital platforms in Southeast Asia. Even after stepping down from her day-to-day role in 2023, she remained connected as an advisor. She also serves on the board of the Singapore Economic Development Board and as a trustee of the National University of Singapore, which shows her continued influence in innovation and public leadership. What makes her especially interesting is her lifestyle. For someone with so much influence, Tan Hui Ling keeps an unusually low profile. She has publicly said that she does not own a car and simply uses Grab for daily transportation. That detail says a lot about the kind of person she is. She is not known for flashy luxury, even though her position places her among the region's wealthy business elites. Her wealth is tied to one of the biggest tech success stories in Asia, even if public discussions around her personal fortune are often more restrained than the size of Grab itself. Her real legacy may be even bigger than money. She helped create a platform that supports millions of drivers, merchants, and users across Southeast Asia. Tan Hui Ling's story is powerful because it combines intelligence, humility, and innovation. She did not inherit an empire. She helped build one from an idea. Before we continue, here's a quick one. If you're enjoying the video and want access to exclusive content and member-only perks, feel free to become a member of the channel using the Join button below. Channel members get some cool benefits, and it also helps support the channel so we can keep making more videos like this. Alright, let's get back to the video. Number 3. Ruth Yo. Few women enjoy the level of wealth and influence that Ruth Yo commands in Singapore. She is the eldest daughter of Malaysian billionaire Tan Sri Francis Yo, and one of the most prominent figures in the third generation of the YTL Corporation dynasty. This is no ordinary company. YTL Corporation oversees an empire with roughly $20 billion in assets and operates across energy, infrastructure, property development, and hospitality around the world. That already places Ruth in a world of immense wealth, but her story becomes even more interesting when you see how she has chosen to use that platform. The family's presence in Singapore is especially striking. YTL is not just a distant corporate name. It is deeply tied to some of the country's most valuable business and property interests. In fact, some of the major retail and office landmarks in Singapore are connected to the family's wider network. So when people talk about Ruth Yo's influence, they are talking about someone whose family wealth is not only large on paper, but very visible in the physical spaces of the city. Still, Ruth is not the kind of heiress who stays hidden in the background. She has stepped forward and built a clear role for herself inside the family empire. Often described as the chief environmental officer of the family business, she has made sustainability the center of her career. She serves as executive director of YTL Singapore, where she oversees the group's real estate and corporate interests in the country, while also guiding environmental, social, and governance strategies across the wider YTL group. What makes her story even more impressive is that she started shaping this path early. At just 24 years old, she founded the environmental division within the YTL group. That was a bold move long before sustainability became a major business trend. Today, she also leads YTL SV Carbon, the group's in-house consultancy focused on carbon credits and clean development mechanisms. In other words, Ruth has turned environmental thinking into serious executive work within one of Asia's most powerful conglomerates. Her achievements go beyond corporate leadership. She also co-authored and edited the book Cut Carbon, Grow Profits, a work that helped position her as a strong voice in sustainability and business strategy. Over the years, she has been recognized as one of Forbes Asia's power businesswomen, named a hero of philanthropy, and awarded the Alumni Laureate Award from the University of Nottingham. These recognitions show that her influence reaches beyond her surname. Although her personal net worth is not publicly disclosed, Ruth is widely regarded as one of the principal heirs to the Yo family fortune, which is estimated at around $3 billion. Through her directorships, including links to Star Hill Global REIT, she is connected to valuable Singapore properties such as Wisma Atria and NG Ann City. Yet her luxury lifestyle comes with a different tone. She promotes conscious luxury, blending elegance with environmental awareness. She co-founded Recyclothes Group, serves on major philanthropic boards, and even had an orchid named after her at Gardens by the Bay. Ruth Yo's life is a rare mix of wealth, recognition, purpose, and refined influence. And the next female billionaire is number 2. Lilian Tay Lee Ming. With a net worth of about $2 billion, Lilian Tay Lee Ming is one of those Malaysian women whose wealth quietly dominates the financial world of Southeast Asia, including the powerful business circles of Singapore. She belongs to a rare class of billionaire heirs whose fortunes are tied to one of the most successful banking empires in the region. While she may not be a public celebrity, The financial power behind her name places her among the wealthiest women connected to Singapore's elite financial networks. Lilian Tay Lee Ming was born into a family where money and banking run deep in the blood. She is the daughter of Tan Sri Tay Hong Piao, the legendary founder of Public Bank Berhad, one of Southeast Asia's most respected and profitable banking institutions. Her mother is Puan Sri Tay Sok Noi, and she grew up alongside her siblings William Tay Lee Pang, Dr. Lilian Tay Lee Hua, and Diona Tay Lee Xian. To understand the scale of her wealth, you have to understand the empire her father built. Public Bank, founded in 1966, became a financial powerhouse known for stability, disciplined lending, and strong long-term profitability. Before his passing, Tan Sri Tay Hong Piao controlled roughly 23.4% of Public Bank, making the family one of the strongest financial forces in the region. After his death in 2023, Lilian emerged as one of Malaysia's richest women. Today, her wealth is estimated at around $2 billion, largely tied to family holdings in Public Bank and substantial interests in LPI Capital BHD, a major insurance company linked to the family's financial network. Unlike her father, who personally led the bank, Lilian and her siblings have largely stayed away from day-to-day management. Instead, Public Bank is run by professional leadership while the family remains a powerful shareholder presence. That gives her a different kind of influence. She may not be the face of the institution, but she is part of the class of owners whose wealth shapes financial systems quietly from the top. Her lifestyle reflects the quiet luxury of old banking money. While she keeps an extremely private profile, families connected to major banking empires usually maintain high-value portfolios, premium real estate, and deep financial interests across global cities. In Singapore, that kind of wealth naturally connects to prime districts, elite private circles, and major investment holdings. Lilian Tay Lee Ming stands out because she represents discrete billionaire power. She may stay away from headlines, but through banking shares, insurance assets, and long-term holdings, her influence remains enormous. And to crown our list is Number 1. Mac Chung Lynn. Here we come to a woman who truly knows how to turn up the heat and has literally built a fortune from doing so. Mac Chung Lynn is one of those Malaysian women who have quietly dominated the business landscape in Southeast Asia. As the founder and group CEO of Nando's Malaysia and Singapore, she is the driving force behind the famous flame-grilled chicken brand that has become a household name across the region. Her story is powerful because it combines family exposure to business with bold entrepreneurial execution. Mac Chung Lynn was born in 1978 in Petaling Jaya, Malaysia. She grew up in a family where ambition and discipline were already part of everyday life. Her father, Tan Sri Abu Sahid Mohammed, is the founder of Muhibah Engineering, a major Malaysian construction and engineering company involved in large infrastructure projects around the world. Her upbringing exposed her early to big thinking, but her path was not originally in food. She studied architecture at the University of Wales in Cardiff and worked for 2 years in the United Kingdom before deciding to return home and build something completely different. At just 24 years old, she opened the first Nando's outlet in Bangsar, Kuala Lumpur, in 1998. At that time, the South African brand was still unfamiliar to most people in Southeast Asia. What began as one restaurant quickly grew into a regional success story. Under her leadership, Nando's Malaysia and Singapore expanded to more than 75 restaurants in Malaysia and over 10 outlets in Singapore. That growth turned her into one of the region's standout entrepreneurial figures in food and hospitality. Her leadership has earned her serious recognition. She was named SMB Women Entrepreneur in 2005 and later received honors such as Great Women of Our Time in the Finance and Commerce category and Marie Claire's Woman of Style and Substance. When it comes to wealth, her exact fortune has never been publicly disclosed, but industry estimates place her comfortably in the hundreds of millions of dollars, built from decades of running one of Southeast Asia's most successful restaurant franchises. That success brings a luxury lifestyle rooted in executive privilege. She moves between luxury residences in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, travels across major global business hubs, and has access to elite entrepreneurial networks and private investment circles. Her life is naturally tied to high-end dining, hospitality, and premium lifestyle experiences. Yet she is known for staying relatively private and balanced. She is married, has 3 children, and focuses strongly on business leadership, philanthropy, and mentoring younger entrepreneurs. That combination of wealth, discipline, and grounded leadership is what makes Mac Chung Lynn stand out. And that's it for today's video. Which female-owned empire fascinated you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to her status for more fascinating stories.